Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Phillips Exeter Academy for tonight's game between the Winnacunnet Warriors and Somersworth Coe-Brown. They're the Bearcats. Bearcats dressed in black tonight, Winnacunnet in the home whites. About 7 minutes left in warm-ups. We'll give you the starting lineup for tonight. For the visiting Bearcats, starting at right wing is number 4. That's Hunter Rohr. At center, Maddox Young, number 13. On the left wing, number 28, Dylan Clark. Defense, Marcel Nouri, number 9, and 16, Landon Millwood, who's an assistant captain. Wing goal, number 71, Josh Bako. And for your Winnacunnet Warriors, starting at right wing, number 6, Jack Barnes. Center, Captain Brock Emery. On the left wing, number 20, Colby Swayze. On defense, Joey Roy. And coming back from illness, Cam Burnett. Welcome sight to have him back. And starting again in goal number 1, Logan Muirhead. Made some really good saves last time. So presently, the Warriors sit at 3-4. Not won a home game yet. All their wins have come on the road. They're in 8th place in Division 2. I think the top 8 make the playoffs. So they've got to at least hang here. A win tonight would go a long way to helping them toward the playoff. Now, Somersworth has had a great turnaround. They missed the playoffs last year. Now they're in 6th place and only 1 game behind first. That record is 5-3. And heading Division 2 is St. Thomas Aquinas at 6-2. Spalding is tied with them at 6-2. And is also at 6-2. Placed over 5 games behind at 5-2. Coe-Brown 5-3. Then Somersworth, Brown at 5-3. Dover 5-3. And then Winnacunnet at 3-4. So the win tonight wouldn't put the Warriors passed over in 7th, but it would tighten their hold over Mac Hollis Brookline Dairy Field, who was at 3-5, 3-5-1. So be a really nice game for the Warriors to win. So we want to thank our sponsor from last week, Chris Thomas. We have a new sponsor this week, and that's Martha's Restaurant. Seacoast Gem, a favorite for almost 25 years, and yes, I know because I've been going there for about 25 years. They serve Mediterranean and American food. And located just across the Hampton Falls border on Route 1, just past the marsh. And really great food, really friendly staff. Love going to eat there. Just a good reminder, I need to go there as well. Now, if you're looking to sponsor one of our broadcasts here, and you have one left, you can go to the SSBG website to inquire. And I'll get that address for you from Anthony. I'd also like to thank Anthony Almedico, who's the manager of the team, who's put this whole video project together as an extended learning opportunity project at school. So he's got the equipment, got the camera, roped his dad into doing the video camera, and me into talking at you for the next couple of hours. But it's been great fun. We sadly only have 1 game left to broadcast, unless maybe we can make it to the playoffs. We have a game here at Phillips Exeter. We would love to bring that to you. So, they missed the playoffs last year, but they've had a big turnaround. Like I said, they're now in 6th place, 2 spots ahead of the Warriors. So about a little over 3 minutes left in the warm-up. As Anthony fiddles with the knobs to, I guess, so I don't blow everybody's ears out. I know we've had problems with being loud enough before. Hopefully we've made those changes and you can hear us clearly at home. So the record so far, as I said, Winnacunnet is at 3-4. They beat Portsmouth, Newmarket 3-1, lost to Dover 5-1. Beat Bishop Brady, 7-2. Also beat Timberlane Pelham 4-3, and lost to St. Thomas 3-1, Merrimack Hollis 4-1, and the game we broadcast here last week, Lebanon Stevens Mascoma 4-1. Somersworth has beaten Lebanon Stevens Mascoma 4-1. Lost to Goffstown 2-1, close game. They beat St. Thomas 5-1. Which is, again, it's one of St. Thomas's 2 losses So that's a tough opponent. They also beat Vincent Brady 4-0. Portsmouth Newmarket 7-2. Oyster River they lost 5-1, but then came back and beat Spalding 5-1 and lost at Albert Milford. That was 3-0. And Albert Milford is tied with Spalding and St. Thomas at 6-2 in Division Two. So the crowd's starting to fill in. People are trickling in. Minute 40 left in warm-ups. Both teams have switched from just shooting to working on some position play. The Democrats are coached by head coach Fred Strum with assistant Andy Sewell. They have a goalie coach, Madison Jalbert. Whereas the Winnacunnet Warriors head coach Kevin Merrick, assistant coach Jamie Kilble, and assistant coach Matt Davis, with, of course, Anthony Delmatico as the manager. Anthony's off to my left, filming on an iPad. And during the intermissions, he has to run to the locker room and hear the between period speeches. All right, under a minute to go in warm-ups. And then we'll get this show on the road. The captains are meeting with the referees at center ice. The Brock Emery for the Warriors and Casey Searling for the Bearcats. And I think they have another captain. They have a couple of assistants. Miles Messier and Landon Millwood are assistant captains. I guess Pacey is the only single captain that they have. So both Mr. Delmatico and I, we have our hot tea ready to go. This rink is not as cold as some rinks, which is fortunate, but it's still pretty chilly. The buzzer sounds. Folks are finishing up, putting the pucks in the net, which as a goalie, I hate. Pucks don't belong in the net. Not my net anyway. But we're just about ready for the national anthem. And we'll rejoin you after that. Somersworth being introduced first. Big hand for Brock Emery as he's introduced. and has become customary stick tap at the end. There we go. Time to get those pucks out of the net, and let's hope we keep them out for the night. Again, the Bearcats in their away blacks and the Warriors in their home whites here at PEA rinks. High school hockey, 15-minute periods. Penalties are still 2 minutes, though. So if you have to go to the sin bin, as they say, you're out for a significant chunk of time. That was another thing that hurt the Warriors last week. Some questionable calls, but still, you got to stay out of the bench as much as possible. So Muirhead looks set his goal. Bearcats are still huddled around their goaltender, Josh Baker. And we're trying to do our best to bring you the game. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy. Brock Emery taking the face-off for the Warriors, and Maddox Young, number 13, for Somersworth Coe-Brown. And here we go. Face-off won by the Warriors. Winnacunnet takes it back into the zone. Looks up, turns it up the wing. It's out of the zone. No icing. Bearcats touched it a little bit. Carnes in on it fast, Swayze behind him. And now the Bearcats control behind their net, breaking it up the right side. Tapped out of the zone. Not quite. Kept in by Emery. Now Colby Swayze chases to the corner. And Carnes in the other corner goes to chase. Gets there before the Bearcats. Fighting in the corner. Joined by Swayze. Now cleared around behind the net. Brock Emery on the Bearcats player. And not out of the zone. Walking in is Burnett. Just missed. It was a good shot. It was high on the glove side, picking the top corner. Bearcats ice it. The faceoff will come all the way down the Warrior zone. It was a good shot because in the trend today with goaltenders is they drop into the butterfly and they leave those two top triangles over their shoulders. And if you can be accurate and get a quick shot off, sometimes they can't get up there quickly enough. Whereas when, again, to the point, you have fresh legs out there. And Lucas Crooks is in the corner. It's out to, can't see who that is. I think that's Thomas Jambern on D, behind the net. Jambern sneaks in, but just can't hit the puck. And now Bearcats break out with numbers and across the line onside. Sneaks around behind. Just can't connect in front. That would have been a nice open shot. Good steal. Oh, couldn't get it out of the zone, though. But that was good. Stopped a shot from happening there. Now the Bearcats control on defense. Can't get it out. And flipped in on goal. Save, but that was couldn't handle the rebound, but no one was there to collect. So Warriors are getting open in front. That could be a really good sign. And this Somersworth's a good team. They've played really well this year. So in the corner, that's Colby Swayze fighting for the puck. And sneaks by Brock Emery. The Bearcats come out. Good checking by Jax Carnes. Across the zone, but they can't get a shot off to the corner. And Joey Roy is fighting the Bearcat over there. Bearcats' uniforms are pretty dark. I can't see their numbers too well. So now that's Camfermet gets it across the line, but can't save it in. And, cover back on defense. As with Lebanon, there is some good size on the Somersworth team. You know, Winnacunnet small but fast. So if they can keep from getting in tangles, you know, they might do well. So Jax Carnes is crossing in behind the net, and they break it up the right boards, but interfered. Colby Swayze runs interference, and the Warriors have it behind the net. That's Camfernet, who moves it and breaks it up to Colby Swayze, but loses it, but keeps the shot from happening. Bearcats keep it in the zone, cleared into the right-hand corner. They make a change, so no one in front, but it's open at the point. Went and steered wide. So when you're changing, it's a good idea to have. Oh, look out! It's a good idea to get that shot off, get it on net, and at least get a face off in the zone. So Bearcats still control. Comes to the Warriors, and they break it out. That's probably going to be an icing. Yep. All right, 11:46 left to go in the first period. No score. Some almost shots, but not a whole lot of shots on net so far. Winnacunnet's been getting some folks open in front of the net. I think Bearcats have had a couple of in-close chances, but Muirhead was up to the task. Bearcats control, tipped in, deflected wide into the right-hand corner. A little physical contact. Nice save by Muirhead down in the butterfly position. Now this is Fournette bringing it up. Cleared up the ice. Good pass. That's Lucas Crooks in the corner fighting for it. Oh, nice pass in front. Just the Warriors were in just the wrong place for that. Bearcats bringing it across the line. There's a pass in front. The quick shot. Nice save. Well, that could have hit him off the bottom of the mask. Oh, still sting. Clear just a little bit too far for Logan Oliveira. And that's an icing with 11:06 left. And the faceoff will come back in the Warrior zone. We want to thank our sponsor, Martha's Restaurant. That's it. They're 153 Lafayette Road in Hampton Falls. Authentic Lebanese and American cuisine. 603-929-5902. Warriors win the faceoff. Fournette brings it around behind the net. That's to Joey Roy. Now up the right side for the speed. Speed almost beat the size there. So still fighting for the puck. If they can get a shot out in front, Brock Emery's working hard. Just couldn't take the shot from his knees. Jax Carnes is playing without a glove. But now the Bearcats control and get it out of the zone. Almost. Oh, came back in offside. So faceoff will be just outside the blue line, and now Jax can get his glove back. He blocked me out. All right, I can see Jax Carnes on left wing, Brock Emery at center. It's like the starting lineup out there for the most part. Backs him up. One by the Bearcats into their zone. Pass across. Could be intercepted by Colby Swayze. Just didn't quite get there. Colby goes for a change as the Bearcats regroup. Fournette locks in. It's offside by the Bearcats. And the faceoff will come outside the Warrior zone with 10:16 left. A lot of back and forth. Not too much action in front of the nets. I'm sure that will change as we go along here. In the Warrior zone. Nice pass across ice. Up the wing. Nice check by the Bearcats, and they clear it in deep. Muirhead lets it come around, and that clears it up the board to Cam Carnes. Bearcats intercept and shoot wide. Bearcats still control the puck. Fournette has it. Can't break it out. 3 Bearcats on him. They can't control the puck and get a shot. Good snapper from just outside the circles, and Muirhead down in the butterfly gets the glove up. I say, it's good to keep people out of his way so he can see that puck coming, and he'll stop those just about all the time. All right, face off in the Warrior zone. Controlled by the Bearcats. Again, shot on Muirhead. Easy save. Right in the breadbasket. And we'll do it all again. 9:45 left in the first. No score. Warriors have this one. Not a great clear, but Muirhead was paying attention and forcing at that. Just need to get that a little wider. And for a third time. Now it's controlled by the Bearcats. Quick shot, there's a bit of a screen on there, but Muirhead saw it and made a nice save on it. So Muirhead has seen the bulk of the action right now. So Warriors dangerous play in front of their net. Stolen by the Bearcats. And he tried to clear it in front. That could have been dangerous. There was an open guy in front. A lot of stick lifting going on. Totally legal. Just can't slash at their stick. So Warriors try to Try to steal the puck away, but can't get it. What's that? And now, as Emery got it just outside the zone, Bearcats brought it right in, and that's an offside. 9:10 left. First period, no score. Oh, here's a little break. Warriors get it in deep. That's Avery Young going after it. Now in the left-hand corner, Lucas Crooks. Can he get it out to the point? Tries to get in front of the net. Oh, that was, again, a nice idea. They're getting people in front of the net today, and that's a lot better than they were doing. Now, 3-on-2. Avery Young, good back checking. And Warriors now control. Can't get it out, though. Can't make those line passes. And now they get it out of zone. Here's a break. That's number 12, Logan Oliveira. Shot right at the goalie's head. Easy to get. Let's just pick those top corners. Nice quick shot. All right. Starting line out for the Warriors now. Brock Emery scores. Steals it from the faceoff and did just what we said he should do. Had the goalie down and ripped it. Top corner, roofed it. That was a beautiful shot. Brock Emery gives the Warriors a 1-0 lead with 8:28 left to go in the first. What a nice heads-up play. That'll probably be unassisted goal. But that was a snipe. Okay, face-off. Warriors had it for a second. It's not quite in the zone. And now the Bearcats clear it in. Muirhead leaves it alone, and Joey Roy takes care of it. Loses it to the Bearcats. Now clears up the side and out of the zone. Let's see if Jax has wheels. Oh, and he steals it away. Nice play by Jax Carnes. Colby Swayze's up front there, trying to get it. So the Bearcats try the long breakout. That's not going to be nice. It went off of who's that? Joey Roy. Bearcats have it. They're going to watch the guys in front of the net. We had 3 guys behind the net. You don't want to have that happen. Okay, so Cam Fournette has him blocked in front of the net. Someone loses a stick. Watch out for the wraparound. Out to the point. It's probably going to one-time it. Ooh, a pretty effective tip. Just went a little wide. That was the right move. And now it's broken out by 20. That's Colby Swayze and across the line. Clears it in deep and goes for a change. I'd like to have seen him get a shot on that. Now, as they're changing, Bearcats break it out. Nice behind the back pass. Watch out for this quick shot. Shot it wide. Warriors bring it up, but just get it out. It's a delayed offside. Bearcats have to tag up, and now they do. But they give the Warriors time to break it out. Can't get it out of the zone, though. Got to make sure those clears. Oh, there's a penalty. A little punch to the head of Joey Falzerano. And that's going to put the Warriors on a power play for 2 minutes. Not a smart play there. This is ref watching. Everyone can see him punch to the face. And yes, even with those gloves on, that still hurts. 7:33 left in the first period. Warriors up 1-0. Good opportunity to add to that lead. Starting lineup out there on line with Fournette controlling the puck, looking for the open shot, get it back, get it in there. Oh, a tip. Can't get the rebound. Didn't make it all the way to Vaco. Kept in. Here's Fournette coming in. Nice pass, give and go. There's people in front. Just shot it wide a little bit. So they're just missing connections a little bit. But Bearcats down first, but no one to pass it to, and taken away. Warriors control. Only one Bearcat in the zone. And now they're short again. When it has numbers. Get in deep. Brock Emery. Another shot. Big rebound. Oh, gotta take advantage of those. Another shot. Just trickled wide. And now the Bearcats clear it out. So the Bearcats got themselves deep. They send one person in, and they only leave 3 people behind on a penalty kill. Cam Fournette gets out in the middle. Don't want to fool around with it when you're up 51 seconds left on the power play. Winnacunnet up 1-0. Oh, good call. I didn't get called interference on that one. Bearcats now fire it back in, hit their own player. Winnacunnet's doing a little bit of standing around. They got to move their feet and get up. They're on a power play. They've got the man advantage. Got to take advantage of things like this. Just standing around a little bit. Oh, that's going to be offside. Looks like the trailing ref was a little behind and did not see that. Fortunate for the Warriors, because that puck came out before it went back in. And Coe ties it up. Faceoff will come to his left, down the Warriors' offensive zone. 5:45 left in the first period. 12 seconds left on the penalty to number 38. That's Ryan Toussaint. Puck deflected out. And we'll do it again. Face off back to the Bearcats, and they try to clear it out. They can't. Warriors have it in. If they can connect on those passes, they got to get a shot here. Oh, gave it away, and that's a breakaway for the Bearcats. A little bit of back check. That was a weak penalty. The Warriors are going to go off for 2 minutes. I don't think that was a penalty. Looked like he got a stick, and the Bearcat just tripped up, but it doesn't matter. The ref from way across the ice made the call, and sometimes the perspective of what you see isn't what really happened. So kind of disappointing, but you get used to those things. So now with 5:21 left in the first period, the Warriors will go on the kill. See, they're just missing connections a little bit. Just be more sure of their passes, and they're getting the opportunities down there. Just gotta take advantage of them. Bearcats control. There was a whistle by the ref. Might have been something to do with the clock. Not really sure why that whistle was, but we'll start again with 5:19. Have to get the penalty time set up. So that's actually going to be a 2-minute and 2-second penalty. Nice bouncing puck in on the goalie. It's a good idea. Sometimes those pucks can take funny bounces. Bearcats playing in the zone, trying to decide which way to go. Little Emery on the forecheck. Now they post the Sentinels on the blue line. Bearcats bring it in. Good at playing the open man. It's out of the zone. Little forecheck by Colby Swayze. And the Bearcats have to start over again. And do a little circular dupe. He's open to the net. What's the open shot? Good back checking by Colby Swayze. But another shot that's flipped over the net. And Camfernet takes it. Can't get it out of the zone. Back to the point. Back to the half boards. Missed it. If Jamring can get a good swing on it, and he does. Ices the puck. 56 seconds left on the penalty. 4:13 left in the first period. So Aiden Sink with wheels trying to get there. They clear it in. Bearcats get to it first ahead of Logan Oliveira. Out to the point, back across. A one-timer. Blocker by Muirhead. A couple saves in there. Really nice. Around behind. Sinks on it. Bearcats have it. He's open in front. Ooh, but a good stick in the way. Slap shot hit, and just got to clear it out there. Another leg save by Muirhead. He's been really, really good at keeping his eye on the puck in the middle of a bunch of traffic. 7 seconds left on the Winnacunnet penalty. Last rush for the Bearcats. Winnacunnet getting it out of the zone. They've killed it off. Ooh, good idea. Just didn't get any wood on that. Winnacunnet dodges a bullet. Now they're back at full strength. And they've got some flyers up. And two in across the zone. Can he get it to him? So Bacon's leaving some nice rebounds out. If we can get someone in front. Now Brock Emery clears it deep. Colby Swayze goes in to get it, and the Bearcats try to clear it out. Can't get it out of the zone. Left corner. They switch sides, bring it on the left side, and that's going to be nice. Misconnections with number 38. That's Ryan Toussaint. 2:42 left. Still wins 1-0 Warriors. As I said, this would be a really, really important game for them to win, but I don't think one goal is going to do it. Somersworth been playing pretty well this year. It's to tuck another one in before the end of the period. Frenette's shot blocked, but it's behind the net. Brock Emery harassing the Warriors. Carnes back there, just Jax Carnes. Bearcats can't get it out. Warriors have it. What's that? Swayze out to Frenette. Back to Swayze. Kind of Carnes. Just missed connections. Hits the referee. Can't get out. And now Brock Emery blocks it. Time an open shot. Oh, that was a great play. It was just in a little bit too tight. Goalie's still down. That was a little shot to the head. Again, they're much bigger. That's out of the zone. And Brock Emery, and then Joey Roy gets it in. Warriors have been slow on the change, and they're if they keep doing that, they're going to leave a breakaway. That looked like it was a little bit offside, but Bearcats control behind the Warriors' net. Fought for by, I think that's Avery Young back there. I could be wrong. Yep. And now Cam Frenette brings it up, loses the puck, but gets it back, shoots in front. Oh, that's a nice play. A kick save. Some beautiful chances there for the Warriors. Okay, Bearcats bring it up, but can't get out now. It's in the zone. That is 12 Logan Oliveira with a shot. Again, can of corn for Baco. Okay, just over a minute left in the first period. Warriors fighting for the puck deep in the zone. Avery Young, Preston get it out. There's a 3-on-2. Number 9 for Bearcats, Narcel Nori. Comes in alone, takes it himself. But shot would have gone wide, but Muirhead had a handle on it. 52.4 seconds left. Face off deep in the Warrior zone. Face off, Warriors have it, but out to the point, can't get it out. No. Now that's Oliveira in the corner there. Brock Emery in front. Warriors picking their head up a little bit too quick and not being sure of where they pass the puck. So again, another flip on Muirhead. He handles it easily, and we'll have another face-off down in the Warrior zone to Muirhead's left with 33.3 seconds left. 3-3-3, make a wish. That's just missed connections. That could have been an ice, and now it will be. 27.7 seconds left, and we'll come back and do it again. Brock Emery on the face-off with, looks like number 22, Miles Messier. Bearcats win it. The shot is blocked wide by the Warriors. Got a blind pass. And just a blind pass, left it open, and just bounced it in off Muirhead's back. That's a frustrating goal. They were doing so. 19.6 seconds left. Just so frustrating when you let in goals like that. Not only so late in the period, but just trying to be a little fancy and do a blind pass behind the net. And there were only Bearcats there. The Warriors break it up the right boards. Bearcats miss a check. That's going to be offside. Good idea. Just Emery was over the line just a smidge too early. 11.8 seconds now, and the faceoff comes just outside the zone. So Warriors have it. Sling in deep. That'll probably do it. Bearcats probably won't get it up in time. Flings it all the way down, looking for that breakout. Side of the zone. And that ends the first period. We'll try to get the shots for you later. Right now, score is 1-1. 19.6 seconds left. Hopefully, the Warriors will take heed of what they did well that period and capitalize on it and get some great opportunities that were just missing by a smidge. Let's see if they can save those millimeters next period. We'll see you in 10 or so. And welcome back. The ice has been Zamboni'd, or I guess Olympiad. They don't have Zambonis here anymore. Too bad. Such a cool name to say. So, shots on goal. Bearcats outshot the Warriors by 1, 10-9. Warriors had opportunities. It's going to get a little more stick on the puck, and got to be a little more sure of the passes. Make sure the puck is on your stick before you shoot. This is a very, very winnable game. Just a fluky goal, and a goal that late in the period can really do a lot to demoralize. So the Warriors got to pick themselves up and put a couple more behind Bako. So Muirhead skates back out to his net. This time the Warriors will go left to right. And the Warriors skate to the bench. Captain Brock Emery making sure everyone gets on the ice. So it looks like who's on the ice. The Warriors will start the same offensive line. And it looks like defense as well. Swayze and Fournette on defense. Brock Emery, Jax Carnes, and assuming Joey Roy. Yep, Joey Roy out there. So I noticed that the Bearcats have a young woman on their team. With the rise of girls hockey, which I used to coach for a bunch of years, that's happening less and less. But there's some young women who want to play at the boys level. So we're part of it. I haven't seen her on the ice yet, but does that mean she practices and takes hits with the guys? So good for her. So crowd's still trickling in. A pretty good crowd on the Winnacunnet side, and a few people over on the Somersworth Coe-Brown side. All right, here we go. 1-1. Brand new game. Start of 32. Not controlled by the Warriors. Back D to D and up the right wing and in the middle, but stymied by the Bearcats, and they bring it back up. Fournette chases to the corner with Bearcat right on him, and he pulls it out and skates up the middle. This is what he does well. Just at the end, he's got to make one pass. So had an open shot, took a little block there. Oh, back pass, but not to a person, to a point, and he wasn't there. So when it kind of controls in the zone, Fournette circles around, doesn't go behind his net, takes it up the right side, gives it away. But again, good back checking by, can't see who that was. So it's by Emery. He brings it up, flips it wide. Oh, nice pass in front, blind pass, but no one there. Shot back in by Thomas Janvrin. And as the Warriors change, it's controlled behind the net. They got to be quicker on their chains. They're not getting off the bench in time. Now you can hop off the bench while the guy's still on the ice as long as you don't have control of the puck. All right, Bearcats break it up. They missed connections. Avery Young on the check. No one in front of the net that's unchecked for the Bearcats, so that's a good thing. Where the Warriors flipped in. Ooh, they try for the tip, just didn't quite get it. Now back to the point, but that's blocked by Avery Young, fighting for it. Now the Warriors break out 2-on-1. Didn't quite see that one. Was it offside? It's pretty close. So I can't call that a bad call. I didn't see it. So the faceoff will come outside the zone. Such a good idea. Those are the types of breaks we need to get and take advantage of. Okay. Faceoff goes out of the arena by the bench. And we'll bring it right back to where we were. So Warriors push it in. Bearcats having some trouble with it. Now try to bring it out. Gives the Warriors time to get back, but passed out. And Bearcats are using their size on the smaller Warriors. So, but again, Winnacunnet's quicker, so you can get away from the big guys. That's a 6 in the way. So Bearcats shoot it deep, and Oliveira behind clears it back up the right side, not out. So Bearcats are trying to tip. They're getting someone out on the side of the net. Oh, they've got 38 in front of the net. So Thomas Jammer is watching him. but he's going to be hard to move out of the way. Now Oliveira's on him, trying to move him out from in front of Muirhead as they fight for it in the corner to Muir's right. And Bearcats control. He's got an open shot. Blocked by Muirhead. Might have been screened on that one. Number 38's a big guy, and it's hard to see. You can see Muirhead down low to the ice, taking a look. So they let him walk in. And now the Bearcats have turned the tables and are up 2-1. Nothing Muirhead could do. He had to guard for the pass. He's caught a little flat-footed. But just got to get a stick in there and just tap his stick and move the puck off. So 12-16 left in the second. And the Warriors have now such a promising start of falling behind 2-1. So they've got some catching up to do. They control this face-off. Fournette shoots it deep. No icing. Bearcats on it. But they get it out. This is a one-on-one. Fournette controls. Gets out of the zone. Brings it back in. And now Winnacunnet, Joey Roy breaks it out. Winnacunnet's there first, so no icing. That's Cam Fournette on it in the deep zone, but forwards drop back. And now Fournette's back, and Emery can head back in the center. Bearcats control it in the corner. Get it cross ice, but a little too far. Fournette holds it. Circles around. Tries to get it out, but stick in the way. Gets it again. Just gotta get it off his stick. He's really good control with the stick. So when people are in tight, he's still got to get it off. All right, fought from the corner. There's Fournette again. That's going to go up and out of play. 11-14 left. Face off to Muirhead's right, the blocker side. Warriors have it in the corner. Try to get it up, not out. Bearcats control. They're getting the puck a little more quickly. Warriors swarm it and take it out of the zone, though. So they've got numbers. He's got a pass in front. Just fans on the shot or the pass. Now, if we can get it back to the point. Oliveira keeps the puck in. But now the Bearcats control and get it out all the way across and gotten out of the zone by Thomas Janvrin. Steep, Oliveira controlling the puck. Two guys coming in. Gets it up the right boards. No one there. Someone's supposed to be on the half boards there. Logan Oliveira takes a fall, but no harm done. Gets it around up to Joey Falzerano. Trying to get it up the right boards, and now it's out. And here's Oliveira. Just nice check into the boards down there. Warriors keeping in the zone, keeping in control. A nice pass in front. Score! Great assist. That play was made by Peter Oliveira. And I think he got out to Brock Emery. Brock tucked it in just to right on the goaltender's stick side. That was a huge goal. 2-2. 10:06 left in the second. Now it's a new game. Not the Warriors getting a little listless there. That one could bring some life back into them. Okay, they control this face off. Up the right side. And Carnes puts in the zone, chased by Emery. Now Carnes has it, but he loses it. And the Bearcats bring it up. Little move. Chase it to the corner. Now they're going to chase. Warriors are on it. Swayze's on it. Gets it up the right side. It's hit hard. Now the Bearcats have it. Watch the open guy in front. So they control to the point. Checked by Jax Carnes. Emery fights for it back to Carnes. Gets it out of the zone. So it's like the Warriors were looking for a change, but that was a dangerous play, so they didn't. Number 13, Maddox Young brings it up for the Bearcats. He's wheeling in, chased by So that's a penalty on the Warriors. Again, sometimes they like to put that arm up. I'm not sure that was a real trip, but so that's Obviously we don't have the ability of instant replay, which would be nice, but from a quick look, didn't look like that was a real solid penalty. It looks like he might have tripped over the stick that was there. But once again, it doesn't matter. With 9:02 left, the Warriors are going to go on the penalty kill again. So, nice save by Muirhead. So, just get it nice. Clear shot from the point, such as the other point. Good check by the forwards getting out to the points to stop them. Notice the defense, they play a box. So that gets past them. Send one in. That's good. That's Sink chasing the puck. Sink harasses them, makes them waste some time. Good job. So they bring it up. And Warriors are back in their box. Cam Fournette chases it. And that's a nice. I didn't see that came from behind the red line, but really fortunate for the Warriors. So only about a quarter of the penalties gone by. 8:26 left, 1:25 left on the penalty. 2:20 Colby Swayze. So I'm going to watch for Bearcats trying to float someone back. So the defense needs to be cognizant and stay back. And looks like they're doing a good job of that. That's Thomas Jambrin and Cooper Olivera on D. So nice pass up the left side in the zone. Tries to go around wide. Shut off by Jambrin. And it's iced out by Aiden Sink. And he wants to change. So he's coming off. And Avery Young comes off too. So Warriors get some fresh legs on the ice during the penalty kill, which is always helpful. So Bearcats taking their time to try and find the best lane. But they're, almost a great play by Jax Carnes. Ooh, they're calling him a slash on that one. I did hear the sticks collide. A lot of times they won't call that, but that evens things up. So the Warriors will be even strength 4-on-4 for another 45 seconds. Then we'll have a minute and, let me do my math, 15 seconds of power play. Again, another good opportunity. So with a little bit of open ice, maybe the Warriors can use their speed. Looks like Bearcats have put a smaller lineup out there, except the right defense is big. So maybe they realize that and they want a little bit of speed out there as well. Just waiting for the penalty to put up on the board. So penalty off to Vaco's right, and Brock Emery on the faceoff. And no one controls yet. It's in the zone. The Bearcats have it. Still 4-on-4, so they can't ice it. Jax Carnes working hard in the corner. Brock Emery now harassing them. So keeping them busy, keeping them out of the zone. 29 seconds left on the Warriors penalty. Now the Bearcats can break it out. Coming up the left side, but broken up by Janvrin. And he's going to bring it in across the line. So he's got Jax Carnes in the middle, but three Bearcats in him. Now, can't quite get to the post, and Brock Emery keeps it in. That was a good idea. It was blocked, but getting it on net, I know that was a cliche by Gretzky. It's like you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. But taking a shot, takes funny bounces. We saw that at the end of the first period. But also rebounds. A lot of goals come on rebounds. Bill Esposito lived on the rebound. Some of you probably don't remember that long ago. All right. 4 seconds left on the Winnacunnet penalty. And then they'll be on a man advantage. So, score! So, opened up on that side. Technically, it's a power play goal. There was just a couple of seconds that they're even taking. I don't think the Warriors had gotten all 5 players in the zone, but it's still a power play goal. And now the Warriors have gone up 3-2. That's quite a turnaround. Got to keep that going. All right, 5-on-5 now. 6:58 left in the second. And a penalty is still up on the board for the Bearcats, but there's no one in the box. So 5-on-5. Bearcats are fighting in the left corner. And it's gotten out of the zone. got to tag up. That'll be offside. So Bearcats have tagged up. Now the Winnacunnet time to bring it out of the zone. Up to Aiden Sink. Can't handle it. In the middle. And good stick in the middle by Cam Fournette. Kept the Bearcat from getting an open shot. Another good stick in front by Janvrin. They can't get it out. Had a good idea for a pass. And now it's broken out. It's coming up the right. Here's Oliveira. Stick checked away. Still fighting for it. Goes in the zone. Fournette has it. Curls up the left side. In the middle to Oliveira, but Bearcats step in front. It's going to be the little quicker, sharper with the passes. Now, Colby Swayze. And over to, is that Fournette? Ooh, that could have been boarding. Yeah. Oh, no. He's going to call offside. Fournette is shaking up on that one. That was boarding. His back was to the boards, and he just laid him back first into there from about a yard away. That should be another at least 2 minutes. Fournette having a hard time getting over the board, too. That would be a tough loss if he can't come back. Still 5-on-5. 5:52 left in the second. They haven't put the Warriors goal up, but it should be 3-2 Warriors. And the Bearcats bring it in 2-on-2. There's an open shot. Nice defense. Way to get in the way. Saved an open shot. Now, Janvrin brings it up. Couldn't connect, but it's out of the zone anyway. The Bearcats will have to regroup in their own zone. Forecheck by Emery. And they cleared, but not to anyone. And Winnacunnet breaks it out. The left, that's Jack Carnes. Gets it in the zone, but the Bearcats control back there. Nice pass up the middle, but a good poke. Great poke by Janvrin. Okay, Winnacunnet brings it in. High off the glass, deflected. And it's Colby Swayze fighting for it. Bearcats break it out. Good stick check by the defense. That is offside. Good call by the ref there. It was a quick bang. That offside was caused by good defense getting a stick in the way and just slowing the puck from getting into the zone a little bit. They finally put the Warriors third goal up. They're up 3-2. 4:55 left in the second. So they got to really good to hold this, and it'd be nice to tuck another one in there. So cleared up. No one there. That'll be nice. Here's come all the way back to Muirhead's right. 4:49 left. Hope you're enjoying our broadcast tonight. Again, brought to you by Martha's Restaurant, just over the line in Hampton Falls on Route 1. Love that Mediterranean, Lebanese food. Okay, brought out of the zone. Not quite connecting. Aiden Sink harassing them. Now poked away by, that was Lucas Crooks out there. It looks like, yep. Lucas Crooks, Avery Young, and Aiden Sink out there. And so that's going to be offside. So that faceoff will come out of the zone with 4:19 left. Again, a couple things about Martha's Restaurant. They've been doing it there for almost 25 years, doing Mediterranean and American food at 153 Lafayette Road in Hampton Falls. Family owned and operated. You can dine in or take out, and I have eaten there. It's wonderful, wonderful food. It's out. That shouldn't be enough for an icing. Chased by Swayze. Checked and slowed up by Oliveira. They're twins, so that could have been offside. But again, the ref didn't get all the way back down. That's offside. That's going to be a tag up. But Bearcats won't get out. So the delayed offside is called. Will come out of the zone. One thing about a bigger team can do when it gets smaller, they're getting checked around a little bit. Have not seen Fournette back out there. He's still on the bench. Doesn't look like the trainers are talking to him, so hopefully he's okay. Now where's control? Get it out, and got to keep your head up on that. Could see that one coming. So that was Jax Carnes who got leveled. Bearcats try to bring it out. Little miscommunication in their own zone. Carnes gets in the way, recovered from that big hit. So, and he forechecks along with Swayze. Oliveira keeps it in on the point. So they fight for it in the corner. Bearcats come away with it, but they're deep in their own zone. Oh, there's a floater on the left wing, but Swayze gets back to cover him. A good pass, and that could have been a breakaway. Uh-oh, there's a giveaway. And he missed the net. I mean, you think, maybe there's a bad shot, but Muirhead could have had it covered, and he tried to pick a corner. So I'll give Muirhead credit on that one, even though it missed the net. So fight in the corner. It's Emery and Janvrin over there. And tied up, get a handle on it. Blocker saved by Muirhead. Those tight shots can be really tricky. So pass a little behind her. There goes Carnes. Checked in the corner. Again, that could have been a little bit of interference or a cross check. So Bearcats break it into the zone, the left-hand corner. That was a good check. That probably hurt, though. So now they bring it out, but a lot more hitting going on now. Fans love it. So they all look like clean checks. Bearcats circling around. I assume you're seeing all this at home. This game is getting very, very physical. So was that 17? That's Forrest Carter. Dumps it in deep, goes after it along with Logan Oliveira. I have them both in class. It's so hard to talk about. Oh, a great pass. Open in front. There's a penalty, delayed penalty. Who's that slow to get up? That might be Logan Oliveira. But that was a hold. But now the Bearcats touch. The Warriors are going on a power play. That could have been a double penalty because he held him up coming along the boards there. But let's hope that Oliveira is okay. Skates under his own power over to the bench. You see the trainer on the bench is taking a good solid look, but she hasn't been called over yet. The physicality of this game went up by several notches. So 1:31 left in the second period. Another power play for the Warriors. This would be a great opportunity to stick another one behind Bako and go to the locker room for the third period up by 2. I think that Warriors could use all the buffer they could get. So on defense, it looks like Joey Roy and Cam Fournette. Brock Emery taking the face up with Jax Carnes on the right wing. And I can't see who's on the left wing. I assume it's Colby Swayze. So ref is talking with Cam Fournette about something. I don't know if it's a clock issue because. Oh, so Anthony Del Medico says it's going to be a 5-minute major. So so they're trying to change the 2 minutes to 5 minutes. So that's going to give the Warriors the rest of the 1:31 of this period and several minutes into the second period. So I didn't see that hit. I was away from the puck, but it looked like Oliveira got crunched behind the play. I don't know if it was boarding or hit from behind or what. Same thing that could have been called when Fournette got hit earlier in the period. But Fournette is out there now. Like the whole starting 5 out there for Winnacunnet. So still working on the clock there. I think they put 5 minutes on the game clock by mistake. There's 1:31 left. So again, we know the people who are working the boards. I've tried to work that before. Way too complicated. So I completely understand. And that's they're new at this year too, and they're doing a great job so far. So we're back to the game clock at 1:31. Left in the second period, 3-2 Warriors. And now they just need to fix the penalty. So I don't know what the rule is, but sometimes a major penalty gets looked at and it could cost someone the next game. I know a game misconduct can, but maybe just a major penalty may or may not. Anthony, does a major get them booted out of the next game, or do they have to get like a game misconduct? Yeah. So All right, Warriors have it at the point. Playing it back and forth. Back to the middle. Off to the side. Get it in on net. Oh, good tip. And scores. So the shot was going wide. It hit off a Bearcat player, maybe hit off a Warrior, and trickled it behind Bacon. Now, if that is a major penalty, he stays in the box, and the Bearcats stay shorthanded. I don't see him moving to come out. So even though there's technically 148 on that penalty, yeah. So the as many times as the Warriors want to score, they are up one for the entire 5 minutes. So there's 118 left. They could even put another one by here, and that would really change the complexion of the game. So right now they're up 4-2, 114 left in the second, and they bring it up off the center. Fighting for the puck on the right. Good pass across. There's always going to be an open man if you're playing 5-on-4. Can't quite get the stick checked at the last minute on Brock, and he couldn't get a pass in the middle. And Bako ties it up with 56 seconds left. Faceoff will come to Bako's right. I haven't heard this song for a while. Do, 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 do. All right, Warriors have it. Trying to gain control of it. A couple Bearcats on it there. If they could, and they ice the puck. So still time, probably at least one more rush. Some of the audience voicing their opinions on whether that was a good call or not. So Warriors bring it in, but keep it in. Try to taking their time. It's got an open shot there. Take that shot. That's it. And that was a really good shot. Nice big rebound, but no one there to take care of it. But it's still a great idea. 16 seconds left. Fournette takes it back. He might be able to get it all the way down and get another shot. Nice move at the line, but the Bearcats take it over. Got to be careful. That's way offside. Way offside. So they've got it, and they're not tagging up, so he's going to call it. Oh, and that was another cheap hit by 38. There's no reason for that. He was way offside. That's Ryan Toussaint. All right. After 2 periods, Bearcats are slamming doors on the way out. So if the refs had been over there, that could have been another misconduct penalty. But it is 4-2 Warriors. Quite a turnaround. And the Warriors wait for the Bearcats to vacate the ice and before they head off. And we will head off for 10 minutes or so while they resurface the ice. And the Warriors get talked to and see if they can come out firing and not let up in the third period and see if we can take this one home and get our record back up to 500. We will see you in 10. All right. The ice has been cleaned and resurfaced. The nets are back in place. The Warriors coaches are strolling carefully across the ice back to the bench. The Warriors are ready to come out for the third period here at the beautiful A rink of Phillips Exeter Academy. Played a lot of hockey here. This is one of my favorite places to play, even though, yes, I lost a lot of teeth here. So again, we want to thank our sponsor, Martha's Restaurant. Also, a shout out to Chris Comics from last week. Another thank you we'd like to give to the Hampton Police Association for their generous donation. We have a full-time resource officer at school, super nice guy. So we appreciate everything that the Hampton Police Department does for Winnacunnet High School. So again, if you are interested in Martha's Lebanese Restaurant, it's at 153 Lafayette Road in Hampton Falls, serving authentic Lebanese and American cuisine, 603-929-5092. So here comes Anthony back from the locker room. What's that website? So, and if you're driving there, it's right on Route 1. As you go across the marsh, start to hit some buildings again. You cross over the river, and actually don't quite cross over the river. And Martha's is there on your left as you're heading south towards Seabrook. So again, as I said at the beginning of the game, this could be a huge, huge win for the Warriors. It wouldn't move them up a place, but it would certainly knock Somersworth down a notch, and it would bring them back to 500, especially after the disappointing game they had against Lebanon. This would be a huge win because Lebanon is at the bottom of the standings. It was their first win of the year, but Somersworth's doing pretty well. Somersworth, Coe-Brown. So beating them would not only be great in the win column, it would show that the Warriors have some potential this year. So there's 3:29 left on the major penalty to number 13, Maddox Young. Also, keep an eye on number 38, Ryan Toussaint. It's like he's been taking some runs at people. So hopefully the refs will keep an eye on that. So as you saw in the second period, things got pretty physical until it culminated with a dirty hit and a 5-minute major penalty. So we'll see how the teams come out. There's two ways Somersworth can play. It's like keep getting physical and try to get the puck away, or just go to a speed and passing game and try and work from there. So we'll see what they discussed in the locker when they break it out. So again, 5-on-4 for another 3:29, unless there's another penalty. Shots have switched 15-14 in favor of the Warriors this time. So Warriors outshot by 2, and they control the opening faceoff. Cam Fournette circles it back and gets it again. Now up the left side to Colby Frazier, brings it across the line, onside to the corner, and Brock Emery goes after it in there. Intercepted by the Bearcats. Colby could make a check, but stolen by Jackson Carnes. Trying to hit from behind, but that's those are checks. Those are legal. So you got to keep your head up and get rid of the puck quickly. All right, Joey Roy gets it out of the puck. Caught up with the linesman is Brock Emery. Gets it past the it almost sneak it in. That was that could have been offsides, but it wasn't called. It was really, really close. So could have gone either way. Warriors keep it in, and now so a lot of referees in the stands here tonight, and they were inaccurate on that call. So Warriors bring it up. Bring up the Cam, passes it to the right side, taps it in the zone. That's onside. And so that's Logan Oliveira checking in the corner, gets it back. Blocker saved by Bako. And now the Bearcats clear it down the ice. Muir lets it go, and Brock Emery takes it behind the net. Cam Fournette goes off for a change. Now the Bearcats, 38 comes behind the net, chasing him. Breaks it up the left side to Colby Frazier, who wheels and deals, gets it across the zone, one-handed, waiting for his team to set up. But now 38 has it back there. That's, again, Ryan Toussaint, and he clears it down the ice. Muir lets it go by, and Oliveira brings it up the right side, but nobody there. Fortunately for the Warriors, it's brought in offside. Another faceoff. Again, got to watch those blind passes. 2 goals is a very, very dangerous lead in the third period. They say 3 goals is probably the scariest lead in the NHL, but since the periods in high school are only 15 minutes long and there's 13:08 left, so a 2-goal lead is not going to be safe in this game. 13 minutes even right now. 4-2 Warriors. 1:30 left on the penalty. The 5-minute major to Maddox Young. Warriors keep it in the zone. Decide what to do. Chipped in, but no one in front of the net. Although, is that Avery Young has it now. Back to the corner. And Oliveira can't keep it in. No icing. At 16, Thomas Janvrin back for it. 1-4 checker. Whereas, like they're right heavy. So, just got to just make some better decisions. Spread your team out, and they couldn't. They didn't have anyone over there. Oh, there's a shot that might have been to the face. Muirhead covers it up. Logan Oliveira went down. I don't know where he got that. Might have been in the gut too. He's down on the ice, and I'm sure it's like he's okay and will be skating off. He's a hockey player. He'll shake it off. Yeah. Might have been in the. Yeah. Right. There's not much padding there in the gut where you have it. Ooh, Dan Fournette. He thought that was hit with a high stick, but they let it go. And now the Warriors break it out. Still a half a minute left on the power play. Fournette chases it to the corner. Brock Emery there to help him. And saved by Bako. So Fournette and Joey Roy on defense. Emery, Jax Carnes, and Colby Swayze right there. Has it at the point. Shoots and scores! I know we don't have replay, but if you saw that, that was classic what we were talking about. Goalie went down in the butterfly. Cam Fournette picked the top corner over his left shoulder, and it's just like walking down Broadway. A nice, big, open area. Now 5-2. And still 18 seconds left on the penalty. A more comfortable lead, but I don't count my chickens before they're hatched. Yeah. Our cameraman, Mr. Delmedico, said that's a good lesson not to get a major. But so dirty hockey doesn't pay. All right, so 5 seconds left on the penalty, 11:34 left in the period, and Fournette breaks it out. And now the Bearcats are up to full strength. They make the change. Warriors get it in on the zone. Emery has it in front. Ooh, just didn't quite pick the side. And Bako's up to the task on that one. The faceoff will come to his left. That's his glove side. 11:22 left, the third period. And shots at the end of the second were Warriors up by 1, 15-14. Timeout, I assume it's called by the Bearcats. Pardon? Yeah. So that gives folks a chance to rest up. Looks like they might be making a goaltender change. Yeah, Bako's not happy. Understandable. Some of those shots were like really, really good snipes. But that's so what I used to teach goaltenders when I was coaching is like, butterfly is a tool, but it can't be the only tool in your toolbox. So if you go down, you have to worry about high shots. And Winnacunnet has a couple of snipes, one by Fournette, one by Brock Emery, pick those top corners right off. And that's those two were the difference in the game. So I can't see what number is going in. So the other two goalies are Colby Strum and Maddox Messier. Can you see his number? Their numbers are 29. Okay, so that's Maddox Messier, junior, grade 11. And first shot. That helps break up the nerves a little bit. So right on net. From the right point, I think that was Oliveira over there. I need to get binoculars. All right, Winnacunnet controls again. Oliveira can't quite keep it in. Now they've got numbers, a 4-on-2. Get across the line. It's Toussaint, but deflected by Jambrin up and over the net, out of play. So with 11:06 left, they've updated the shots now, 20-15 in favor of the Warriors. So maybe that's a little bit more up to date, which is good. Toussaint shoots. Muirhead turns that aside easily with the stick. And the Bearcats can't keep it in the zone. Now, Avery Young that was a little bit of a headshot there. Elbow to the head. Maybe he's a little shorter, but gets up. So, as we said, Toussaint is getting a little physical. So, I hope the refs keep an eye on that. Because a little elbow to the head is not a good thing. So, that's offside. The Warriors going to tag up, and they do. So, Bearcats break it up. Warriors playing defense. They have 4 guys in the zone, and they just clear it out. Try to tap it up. As they're bringing it across the line, Sink drops it to the middle, and then is checked. It's going to be a lot of that open shot in the middle. Tipped just wide by Oliveira. So Brock Emery fights for it on the side, takes it away from the Bearcats. Not only is it slows them down, takes up time. 10 minutes left, and every second is good for the Warriors. They get it out of the zone. Bearcats have to tag up. Oliveira skates hard for it and keeps them from getting it back in the zone. That was a dirty interference on number 38. Refs have to do something about that. There's a lot of cheap shots being taken now. Refs have to control this. So Bearcats keep it on side. So Emery gets a good hit in. So trying to get out. Now it's control. Muirhead says, all right, let's stop this for a little bit. I'm like I told you at the beginning of the period to watch number 38. He's laying some dirty shots out there. I hope the refs take a look at that. There was one that was at least interference. When a kind of player was hit was nowhere near the puck. All right, face off deep in the Warriors zone. 9:30 left. Brought out by Aiden Sink, and he drops it in all the way, and controlled by late hit after the whistle. Again, that's got to be called, or it's just going to get out of hand. So Messier controlled that one just to stop the puck. So can't let this one get out of hand, especially at this point. We don't need any of the Warriors to get hurt here. They control the puck. Cam Fournette gets it in deep. So Bearcats try to break it out, but stolen. They can't quite capitalize on it. Got to get back. Bearcats break out, cross the line. That's onside. So Fournette slows him up on the boards. Now the Warriors control behind the net. To Fournette. Gets it up the boards. And nice move to get it out of the zone by Jax Carnes. But Bearcats bring it back in. That's onside. Open shots in the middle. Shot it wide. Still controlled by Somersworth inside. And now it comes out. Warriors can get some breaks here. That could be called icing. Yeah. Just a little too far. It's not enough control. So if you're wondering what the ref is doing in the middle, I don't know if you can see with his arms up, is that the home team gets the last change. So the visiting team sends out their players, and then the home team gets to pick which line they want out against them. So the face-off, open shot for Bearcats, but when it kind of gets a stick in the way. Now it's a fight on the side. Watch. A couple of great saves by Muirhead, and there's a whistle for some reason. Did the net move? Yeah, net came off. So no penalty. 8:20 left. 5-2 Winnacunnet. Shots are being updated in real time. 21-17 Warriors. Still a fairly close game shots wise, but Winnacunnet has opened it up scoring wise. Huge game for the Warriors. Okay. Face off, controlled by the Bearcats, but Aiden Sink gets a stick in there. Oliveira taps it up, still on it. So a couple of tips in front. It's like Colby Swayze's and Thomas Jammer have done a really good job this period of keeping the guys in front of the net, pushing them out of the way. So 47, Raymond LaBelle comes in, gets a shot on net. Muirhead takes care of that. and tapped up and out. So Winnacunnet could get breaks as clear shot by Oliveira. And again, hard hit in the back. As we said, Somersworth was going to try and do that. But as they concentrate more on the offensive side, they're going to leave folks up front, and there could be breaks for the Warriors. I can see Oliveira hanging out by the blue line. And Oliveira plays a nice hit. That's Logan. I have them both in class, and I can't keep track of who's who. So pass a little behind him, but still brought in onside, but right back out by Jambrin. And now Jax Carnes just can't get to it. And Brock Emery chases it down and skates away from Alex Posiak. Controls behind the net. He's happy to waste as much time as he wants back there. 6:52 left. Almost lost it, but brings it up the side. Not out. That's Narcel Nuri, but can't get a shot off. And now Toussaint controls. Bearcats have to bring it back into their own zone. Checked by Jax Carnes. And he controls and brings it back in after a tip by Colby Swayze. So tries to get it deep, but can't. Comes out. But Fournette controls, keeps it away from a couple of Bearcats. Sneaks in, avoids a hit. 38 tries to push him off after. That's Toussaint. And it's cleared out. That'll be an icing. Yep. 6:11 left in the third period. Warriors up 5-2. So Bearcats are getting a little bit chippy. Winnacunnet has kept their head about it, which is really, really, good practice. Winnacunnet controls to the point. It's counted as in, but now 3-on-2 in the Bearcats. Oh, but they just come offside. So they're at the point where they can't let those opportunities go by at this point. Down 3 goals, you wonder if they'll pull Messier. If so, we'll probably look at that at about 3 minutes left. Of course, they may decide that a 3-goal deficit is too much. So pass in front. Some fighting in front of the net, but turned aside by Muirhead. And now turned up the right side. Here comes Fournette, weaving around some players. Gets it to Oliveira. He's checked on the boards. And that's a penalty. I think that'll probably be called interference. Maybe a little interference. Little too much after the puck had been put away. And again, Somersworth's trying to get a little mouthy. We said at the beginning of the period they were going to get chippy. That's what they're doing. And Winnacunnet has done a great job of keeping their wits about them. But that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get them off their game because, that's desperation mode for Somersworth. There are. Again. So fight for it on the side. Winnacunnet keeps it in. Nice play by Fournette. Good stick. Still keeps it in. Nice pass across the point. Take a quick shot. Ooh, good idea. Had a good screen in front of Messier. And shot. It looked like it went off a couple helmets on the Somersworth bench. Down to 5:23 left. 140 left on the penalty. So, another goal here on the power play by the Warriors would pretty much seal it and kind of make it a moot point for. Messier didn't see that coming. It was a late reaction. So 1-on-1. Fancy move, but lost the puck. So Warriors bringing it across. This is Colby Swayze. Coming up on the right boards. Kept in. Bearcats have it. Harassed by Swayze. Kept in at the point. That's Jambrin. Nice. Great pass to Emery and a nice shot. Those are just the types of plays, even though it wasn't successful, those are the plays that are going to result in goals. So if they can keep doing plays like that for the rest of the year, that's going to be good news for Warriors. So Swayze from beyond the right circle takes a bad angle shot, but that Messier ties up the puck, and 4:37 left. 54 seconds left on the penalty. Warriors can probably taste it now, but you never want to be too sure. The game of hockey, it's a big, fast, mobile chess game, and things can turn fast. Great idea. Good pass out front, but just fanned on the shot. Is tied up by a stick. Another shot. Oh, just over the net by Logan Oliveira. That again, he had him down and picked the right spot. So Jambrin brings it in onside and driven deep, and Sink goes behind the net to chase that. Cleared out all the way up. No icing. There's still 22 seconds left on the penalty. Bearcats chase it down, get there first. Took a little dive back there, probably looking for penalty. And now it's brought out on the right, just a little bit too far for Avery Young. So Somersworth brings it back in. 1-on-5 right now. They're a little slow to get back. And just flipped out by Young. And again, that could have been almost another interference as he went for him after he let the puck go. So even strength now, 3:37 left. Puck tapped back out of the zone and brought in onside. So Bearcats can't get their offense rolling as they're trying to play a little bit down the ice. And that gives Winnacunnet the opportunity to, there's a little bit of open ice down the offensive end. It's just a risk you have to take at this point. So fought by Swayze in the corner, but the Bearcats come out, break it up, trying to get a breakaway. Oliveira is back in front of him. Nice. We forced him to make a pass and there was no one there. Nice kick out by Muir, and that's kicked out of the zone. And now with 3 minutes left, Bearcats have to regroup. Tapped up the right boards. Little collision, comes back in the zone. Brock Emery holds it. The Bearcats making changes. Now, smart move there. 2 on and behind the net. He clears up the boards, but it's open in front. Good poke check by Muirhead. Oh, Bearcats had some golden opportunities there. Just barely missed connections. Nice thing, but the Warriors will take that one. They don't have the same rule at the NHL where you have to, I believe that you have to stay on the ice if you have an icing. 2 minutes and 32 seconds left. Warriors out shooting the Bearcats 25-20 at this point, up 5-2. Draw controlled and iced again by Winnacunnet. Didn't quite need to do that. But that'll bring the puck back in the zone. Only 4 seconds or 5 seconds gone. 2:28 left. All right, here we go. Face off controlled by no one yet. Off to the side. Bearcats have it. Got for a shot. Oh, had an open net. And Muirhead makes a couple of brilliant saves. First with the right leg and then with the blocker side. Definitely saved a goal twice on that one. Brilliant saves by Muirhead. Now, Somersworth has control. Get it in, but there's that. Joey Roy can't quite get it back out. Still fighting the puck. Now Cam Fournette has it in his skates. Lost in his skates. Still fighting for it with a couple of Bearcats. So 38 was pinning Cam against the boards and cleared out. But again, that's going to, it's called no icing. So Oliveira. Brilliant move. Goaltender was out of the net. Oliveira took a tough angle shot, but it was worth a shot. Here comes Toussaint bringing it up for the Bearcats. Turns. And that was out of the zone, I think. But it's tough to see from that side. It's also hit with a high stick. But Warriors clear it out all the way down. No icing. 1:21 left. 5-2 Warriors. Chased by Oliveira. Avery Young comes over. Helps out. Bearcats can't get it in the zone. So still not in the zone. Finally, they dump it in. Cooper Oliveira clears it up the boards. They can get it out. There's a little check with a stick, which is not allowed. And Winnacunnet tries to clear it out. Can't quite do it, but under a minute left, 50 seconds left. And this one's going to taste sweet. It may not jump them up in the standings, but they're beating a really good team here. It will dump Somersworth down a little bit in the standings. They'll still be at number. It might still be at number 6 or 7. I can't do the math. But this is a huge win. 31.7 left. shots 25-22. They're fairly even, but Winnacunnet leading where it counts on the scoreboard, 5-2. Half a minute left. And another, as we said there, Somersworth getting chippy, and they're going to end the game shorthanded. That means the face-off will come all the way back by Messier in the Winnacunnet offensive zone. If there's a penalty, I don't know why. I don't know why it's down still in the Winnacunnet zone. I'd be interesting to hear the call on that one. So no time posted probably because there's only 30 seconds left. So Brock Emery just squeaks it out. Swayze tries to get it up to Carnes, who avoids a check. 20 seconds left to go. Fournette has it up the left wing in the zone. So Winnacunnet just playing it safe. They don't need another goal. Just trying to, slow the Bearcats down. Nice little bump by Carnes. Cats can't get in the zone. 3 seconds. 2, 1. And that, my friends, is the game. A really, really solid win for the Winnacunnet Warriors. Needed this one. Brings them back to 500 on the year. Fun game to watch. A lot of physicality. Some really good plays on both ends. But Winnacunnet definitely finally took advantage. Had people in the right place and got some open shots and knew what to do with it. Knew to get the goalie down in that butterfly and pick off those top corners. So that makes Winnacunnet 4-4, even at 500, drops Somersworth to 5-4. So that's also Winnacunnet's first win at home. Now the customary handshakes. We're all friends afterward. Again, we'd like to thank our sponsors last week, Chris Comics, and this week, Martha's Restaurant. Hidden gem in the Seacoast, 25 years. I will be going this week. Mediterranean food, Lebanese restaurant, right near Winnacunnet High School, right on Route 1, just over the line in Hampton Falls. And also another final thank you to the Hampton Police Association for their generous donation and also all the good things they do in the town. Final score, final shots, 25-22. And the score, Winnacunnet Warriors defeat the Somersworth Coe-Brown Bobcats by a score of 5-2. Thank you for joining us. We will be back again next Wednesday for our final broadcast of the season. So we thank you for watching and listening, and we'll see you then.